yourself this: is traditional schooling better than online school? The answer is yes. The reason being is that it's a foundation for a better education. As many of you know, there are hybrid classes here on campus, and some of you may be taking them. With that being said, that comes with a heavy workload and potentially much more stress. So obviously traditional school is the way to go. I personally am taking a hybrid class, and I know the negative effects of online homework, which obviously sucks. And so even though online school is more convenient, students are able to learn better, and it's more effective once students go to traditional schooling. Traditional schooling is better simply because students get to socially interact. They have one-on-one communication, and it has been proven that it shows better test scores. Now we'll be moving on to why traditional schooling is better, simply because of how effective it is. As you guys can see here, there's a professor giving a student one-on-one communication, which is why the classroom setting is a better interaction place for the teacher and for the peers themselves, and students are able to go ahead and ask questions and socially interact, which is something online schooling does not provide. On February 19th, 2014, Rowan Student University communication student Brian Kearney says that being in the classroom and engaging helps better the education system, which I actually believe is true. And so with that, students are able to create friendships and meet new people throughout the classroom setting. And the online schooling system isn't something that provides that simply because you're behind a computer screen. Moving on, one-on-one communication is key, like I stated before, and the reason why is because one-on-one communication is derived from traditional schooling, which is something that online schools aren't able to provide for the student themselves. And so traditional schooling is something that provides one-on-one communication. And according to an article in the New York Times posted on July 25th, 2012, face-to-face communication is something that inspires effort and is promoting academic responsibility. So with that, traditional schooling has better test scores. And so traditional schooling is best because students get to receive better test scores when they are tested, and they're made into better test takers. Given that, students are able to go ahead and learn how the schooling system actually works, and online schooling is something that is pretty much based on your own time and doesn't really further your education, since you're on your own and you don't have like someone there to encourage you. And through going to school, it is to a traditional school setting, it is something that helps the student further their knowledge and overall their ability to test. And with that, according to Pamela Maddox, a doctor of education, she wrote an essay in the 2013 ProQuest stating that the percentages range on CSP scores from students who tested online than students who did the traditional school setting. And that was actually something that caught my attention, simply because the test scores were pretty much lower based on online school kids and then traditional school kids. So another reason why to choose traditional schooling over online schooling. And so with that, like I stated before, it overall makes the student a better test taker, and it's a great way for the student to be a well-rounded person. And so through the PVT YouTube channel, they posted a video on June 6, 2014, and it stated that many tend to stick to the traditional school setting simply because of all the learning styles it provides for the student. To conclude, I'd like to go ahead and say that traditional schooling is the greater choice in this case because online school doesn't provide those three reasons I just gave you. And so traditional schooling is better based on social interaction, one-on-one communication, and better test scores. And I hope to have convinced you based on choosing traditional schooling since it is more effective. And now I'd like to leave you off with a quote as to why traditional schooling is better based on Patricia Polacco. She said that, "I believe with all my heart that the American classroom teachers are one of our greatest and most heroic treasures."